Since we first met Ian Kerr, he's developed his rural business to pursue diverse income opportunities. Ian still grows lettuces and salad greens for local farmers markets, but also runs an accommodation lodge for sports teams and is working with the University of Waikato on early trials of a hybrid mānuka.
I came out from Fiji. We came home as a family for education and found a block of scrub beside a local school here, and it just fitted all the bills, built a shed. We grow salad greens for the farmers markets, all farmers markets actually, 100%. We're growing, well, we were 10,000 units, and here we've just pushed it out to 15,000 to keep up with the demand at the farmers markets. It's evolving all the time, it's changing. We experiment with the customer, ask them what they want, and we try different things. Some of the mesclines here, you'll only find them here. I don't know of anyone else doing it. And we mix the seeds and grow accordingly. Juicing, you know, there's quite a fad out there with all this juicing, and we make sort of juicing packs. We're in the commercial kitchen, which we built for two things: for processing of lettuce, allowing us to pack and value out our lettuce and do a ready-to-go salad at the farmers markets, and also to cater for the rowing. Well, not just rowing, but all the sports teams and the schools that use the facility here. Started with, we were approached by rowing. They were, a particular team was desperate for accommodation at the time. We only had the shed with accommodation flat on one end. Anyway, they started using it and kept coming back. So I said, look, we've got to do it properly. I've got to be covered with insurance and so forth. Led on from that. We're close to Lake Karapiro here and all the events and different things that happen there. Accommodation and budget accommodation is in high demand. We're licensed for 40 people. We have mainly schools, high performance teams in rowing and cycling have used us in the past and still using us. We do also certification, four-wheel drive training, chainsaw, health and safety training. The tutors come in and they rent the facilities and to do the courses. So we're basically hiring the facilities for them, but we've got all the compliances and all the boxes are ticked for them, so it makes it easy. We have a waterfall, 2 turbines. We've got a micro system that produces about 2/3 of our needs, and a wind turbine also. It was equipment we used in Fiji when we were living in Fiji. We produced our own power and everything up there, so we brought it back with us and installed it here. We are installing heat pads. We're growing tomatoes and capsicums and so forth for further processing. Because we're supply true, authentic farmers markets, we have to produce what we sell. And we're putting electric mats down and heating the sheds that way. Because we produce our own electricity, it's cost effective.
Ian uses a hydroponic growing system with nutrient-enriched water recycled through the glasshouse.
It's not a big user of water. In fact, it only uses what the plant needs, so you don't get the evaporation and other things associated with outside growing. And we don't spray. And I think that's the biggest thing, in my book anyway. No sprays. And we have problems with bugs from time to time, but because the crops grow so quickly, it's in a controlled environment here, we crop it out and I guess we sell the bugs to the customer. But it's the added bonus thing. We're just putting in a second independent system now, building it as we increase the facility, and we'll experiment with fish fertilisers. This is Mānuka we're planting, which is a new hybrid. We're doing a bit of work with University of Waikato. It's a little bit under wraps still at the moment, but working with them and developing plantings, several hundred this season and 3,000 next year. Probably 4 years ago, we planted 3,000 in this block. And now we're following up with a new hybrid. It's high producing for honey. We have 90 hives in here. We'll work with a honey company. So it's part of the gully restoration scheme, and if we can source revenue from them on top of that, it will make sense. What attracted the university to the site here is because of the commercial pine block that we boundary. Bees don't like working the pine pollen, and which means that they can get better study in this area. Well, I do rely on a farmer's market to pay the mortgage, and it has built the accommodation on the back of farmers markets. It's cost a lot of money to get to where we are. It's trading well and increasing. The farmers market's certainly growing each year, of which we're growing with it.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.